Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this session, we are going to talk about what is name node and why name node is important. So fine, let's try to understand that. So basically, as we know that whenever we'll try to store a data inside a HDFS file system, so first of all, you will have to encounter a name node, or whenever you will try to execute any kind of a job, any kind of a processes, so you will have to encounter a name node, and name node is a one which will try to provide you a meta information about, I can say, a file system which you have stored inside your HDFS. And apart from that, so name node is someone which try to store a in-memory mapping of each and every blocks. So let's suppose if I'm trying to execute some job, so there will be a client who will try to initiate, I can say, a job. So fine, I'm trying to execute some job. My first point of contact will be a name node, I can say. So it will try to go to a name node and it will ask for the information, because whenever we are trying to execute a job means what? So simple meaning is, so you are trying to access some file and then you are trying to perform some kind of operations on top of that file. But this file information will be available inside a name node. So if a client is going to execute some kind of a job or some kind of a processes, so it will ask name node that, okay, so I'm trying to execute this file, so whether you have information about this particular file or not. And in a response, so name node will look into its meta information, I can say, or in other word, so I can say it will look into something called as a FS image. So FS image is nothing but it's a file system image. So it will look into a FS image which always try to store a meta information about each and every data set that you have stored inside the HDFS system, and then it will respond back to the client that, okay, so you are trying to execute basically this particular file, and this particular file is available or this particular file is not available. So this is what a name node is going to respond back. So as per the roles and responsibility of this name node, so it store a meta information and it is going to store, I can say, in memory mapping of blocks, I can say. So fine, so it is going to store these two information, and based on that, so it will try to initiate a job. So once client will be having an idea that, okay, so this files is available, and like a name node will be able to respond back to the client, so then it will ask name node that, okay, so if this file is available, now I wanted to execute a job. So according to Hadoop 1.x architecture, so name node will try to initiate a process. So it will ask your job tracker basically. So name node is going to ask a job tracker to initiate this entire process in which it is supposed to execute a data set. So basically job tracker role and responsibility is to find out that, okay, so in which node my data set is available and which node is available as of now for the execution. So fine, job tracker will be able to extract all of those information from a name node that in which system my files are available. And then, so suppose like we have a multiple system over here. So we have a multiple system in a place. So this is called as a data node. So let's suppose I have a multiple data node or a multiple system which is actually having a file inside this one. So job tracker will ask each and every task tracker, I can say. So you will be able to find out something called as a TT or something called as a task tracker associated with each and every data node. So job tracker will try to find out that, let's suppose a data set is available with this data node. So it will try to ask this task tracker that, okay, so whether you are available or not at this point of a time. So if it is responding back by saying that, okay, so I am available at this point of a time and even data files are available with me, so it will try to send this information saying that, okay, so let's try to execute it if these files are available. And if I'm talking about this data node, so data node is nothing but it's a system, I can say, system which will be having a RAM, which will be having a hard disk, as well as which will be having a CPU computation power, I can say, or GPU computation power, I can say. And task tracker is a local entity which which will try to monitor a respective data node. Whatever task gets executed inside this data node, so basically task tracker used to monitor each and every data node, and it will try to send a response, or I can say it will try to send an acknowledgement or a feedback to a job tracker by saying that, okay, I'm trying to execute this file, or I'm trying to store this kind of file. So this is what a task tracker is going to do. And data node is basically someone which will be having all the processing and computation power, and data node is someone which will try to store each and every information and each and every data set. So this is architecture we can define for Hadoop 1.x. Whenever we'll talk about Hadoop 2.x, so you will be able to see some changes inside this architecture. So basically this entire architecture is called as a master slave architecture. So if I'm talking about this upper one, so this is called as a master, and if I'm talking about all of those combination of a task tracker and a data node, so it's called as a slave, I can say. So master is going to command each and every meta information, as well as master node will try to initiate each and every job inside this entire cluster or inside this entire system, and a slave node will be a worker node which is going to work actually, which is going to process your data set, which is going to execute your data set, and there will be a communication in between a master and slave through a task tracker and a job tracker. So job tracker will keep on taking a response, and a task tracker will keep on giving a response to the job tracker. And then accordingly, so if there is some file manipulation which it has done, if it has created a new file, so it is going to update your name node. Basically, it is going to update your meta information, but not directly. So in our next section, we are going to talk about something called as a secondary name node, and we are going to talk about a primary name node. So in that one, so we'll try to understand that how it updates our meta information on a timely basis, I can say. But as of now, you can try to understand in such a way that, so task tracker sends a heartbeat, or task tracker sends a update to the job tracker, and accordingly, so job tracker try to update our meta information, and in this way name node keep itself updated with each and every changes which is going inside a slave node. So this is a architecture of, I can say, a Hadoop 1.x. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. In the next section, so we will come up with some of the new concept with respect to Hadoop architecture.